Tilly and the Pumpkin Spell. Autumn had arrived and the forest was glowing with orange leaves. Tilly skipped through the meadow with her midnight cat trotting beside her. "It's nearly harvest festival," Tilly said. "We need the perfect pumpkin for the witch's feast." They wandered into the pumpkin patch. There were big pumpkins, tiny pumpkins, round ones and lumpy ones. But none felt quite right. "Meow," said the midnight cat, stopping by the smallest pumpkin of all. It was no bigger than an apple. "Oh, that's too tiny," giggled Tilly. "We can't bring that to the feast." But the cat nudged it firmly with his paw. "All right," sighed Tilly. "Let's give it a little magic, Omwa." She tapped her broom and whispered a spell. "Round and bright grow tonight, shine with joy, O pumpkin light." Poof! The little pumpkin began to wiggle and wobble. It grew and grew until it was taller than Tilly herself. Its skin glowed golden orange, and when she touched it, the pumpkin burst into soft, sparkling light. The midnight cat leapt on top, tail flicking proudly. At the festival, the other witches gasped. "What a marvellous pumpkin!" "It's not just big," Tilly said shyly. "It's filled with light." She gave it a tap and the glowing pumpkin lit up the whole clearing. Children clapped, witches cheered, and the midnight cat purred with delight. From then on, every harvest festival had one special glowing pumpkin, thanks to Tilly's bright little spell and her cat's clever eye. And Tilly learned that sometimes the smallest things can hold the most magic of all. Tilly and the Friendly Ghost. One chilly October night, Tilly and her midnight cat flew through the forest on her broom. The moon was full and the pumpkins below glowed with candlelight. "Perfect night for a Halloween ride," Tilly laughed. But just then, whoosh! A ghost floated out from behind the trees. It swirled around Tilly's broom, making her wobble. "Eek!" squeaked Tilly. The midnight cat hissed and puffed up like a fluffy ball. The ghost waved its misty arms. "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." Tilly blinked. "Wait, you're not spooky." The ghost sighed. "I only wanted to join the Halloween fun, but everyone runs away from me." Tilly thought for a moment, then smiled. "Well, you can join us." She whispered a quick spell and sprinkled sparkles from her pocket. The ghost shimmered, and suddenly its misty shape glowed like a lantern. "Wow!" said the ghost, twirling. "Now I'm a light instead of a fright." The midnight cat leapt back onto the broom, tail flicking in approval. Together, the three of them soared across the village. Children below pointed and cheered, "Look, a glowing ghost!" At the Halloween party in the square, the ghost lit up the night like a gentle lantern. The other witches were amazed. "Tilly," said the head witch, "you've given this ghost a place to belong. That's true magic." The ghost beamed. "Thank you, Tilly. Thank you, midnight cat." From then on, every Halloween, the glowing ghost joined Tilly and her cat, and instead of frightening the village, it lit the way for trick-or-treaters. And Tilly decided Halloween was best when shared, with pumpkins, cats, and even glowing ghosts. Tilly and the Broomstick Race. The witches of the forest were buzzing with excitement. It was time for the annual broomstick race, where every witch zipped through the woods to see who could fly the fastest. Tilly polished her little broom until it squeaked, "Eek, eek." The midnight cat hopped on behind her, tail flicking. "You're ready, aren't you?" Tilly giggled. The other witches had sleek, shiny brooms that glided like arrows. "Good luck, Tilly," one of them teased. "Try not to wobble too much." Tilly's cheeks turned pink. She knew her broom wasn't the fastest, but she whispered to her cat, "Let's do our best." Hey, whoosh, the race began. Witches zoomed through the forest, weaving past trees and ducking under branches. Tilly's broom squeaked and wobbled, but she held on tight. Suddenly, one witch's broomstick got tangled in vines, another's hat flew straight into a tree. "Oh no," cried Tilly. She slowed down to help. With a quick spell, she untangled the vines, and the midnight cat pounced to grab the runaway hat. "Thank you, Tilly," the witches shouted. By the time she caught up, the finish line was already in sight. Tilly zipped across last, her broom squeaking proudly. But instead of frowns, there was cheering. The head witch smiled. "You may not have flown the fastest, Tilly, but you showed the truest spirit. Helping others is the greatest kind of victory." The midnight cat purred as Tilly's friends lifted her onto their shoulders. From that day on, everyone knew. Tilly's broom might squeak, but her heart flew faster than any witch in the forest.